Okay, so show of hands, who thinks that they get enough water each day? Anybody? Slim. Okay. Does anybody track their water, or do you have an idea how much you drink? Anybody? Maybe like 2. How much do you think you drink a day? About 2 cups.
1,400 milliliters.
Okay. Well, so the objectives today, we're going to learn the key roles of water in the diet, and we're going to learn the minimum amount of water you should be taking in each day, and also calculate hydration needs post-exercise. So, our body consists of 50 to 75% of water, so drinking water is super important. One of the things it's going to do is regulate our body temperature. So, if you're outside and it's hot, or you're sweating, or if you're working out at a gym, you're going to need to take in water to regulate your temperature. So that's one use of water. Another use, which is kind of obvious, would be the removal of waste. So whenever we use the restroom, your body's getting rid of a lot of waste. It's used for water-soluble vitamins, so like B vitamins, vitamin C. It's used to lubricate joints. It carries nutrients throughout the body, and it also prevents dehydration. So, some signs of dehydration. How do you know if you're dehydrated? The first one, which is kind of obvious, would be if you're thirsty. So, obviously, if you're thirsty, that doesn't mean you're dehydrated. If you're eating, obviously, you're going to want water. But that's kind of one sign. Another sign would be infrequent urination, and also the color of your urine. So typically you want it to be transparent. So if it's not, it's a good chance you're dehydrated. So that's one way you can tell. Another way to tell is dry skin, and especially like really dry lips, dizziness and lightheadedness, and also a lack of energy. So a couple of ways that you can get more water into your diet would be carrying around water like this right here. It'd be kind of hard just to find one of these, but if you carry around a water bottle, fill it up several times throughout the day. Fruits and like watermelon and other foods that contain a lot of water, that can also help. Also, if you drink coffee, a lot of times people think that it can dehydrate you. Unless you're drinking a lot of coffee, you can count that towards your water intake. And also just listening to your body. So, kind of like going back to the last slide, or what I was just saying, if you're feeling tired, if you're feeling dizzy, just kind of listen to your body, and usually that's a good indicator of whether or not you're hydrated. The average American only drinks about 2.5 cups of water per day. Alright, so individuals that are at risk for dehydration would be the young and the old, which a lot of times they're really susceptible to a lot. So another would also be athletes and individuals in hot and humid weather conditions. Okay, so baseline needs. If you're a sedentary person, you need at least 10 to 13 cups of water per day. So that would be at the low end, like 80 ounces, and this right here is 75. So even if you're drinking one of these per day, that's still not enough. Like, you still need a little more. And I feel like that's kind of a lot, at least for me. So if you're working out and you're sweating, obviously you're going to need more water to put back into your body. So athletes, pre-workout, you're going to want to try and get about 5 to 7 milliliters per kilogram, kilogram of body weight. So to get your weight in kilograms, you'll just divide your weight in pounds by 2.2, and you'll get, again, 5 to 7 per kilogram. During your workout, it's important to hydrate too. So every 15 to 20 minutes, you're going to want to get 8 to 12 ounces of water. And then post-workout, which we'll get into a little bit more in the next slide, you're going to want to try and drink about 2 to 3 cups of water per pound that you lose working out. So I'll explain that a little more. So if you're wanting to calculate your sweat rate, and this is like not something that I would say you do every single time you work out, But what you can do maybe one time and then figure it out, and then you can drink this much water every time, is weigh yourself before you work out and then weigh yourself after you work out. And typically we lose, I mean, it varies, but like anywhere to 1 to 5 pounds. So for every 1 pound lost, you're gonna wanna consume 2 to 3 cups. So, like for example, if somebody weighs 140 pounds before they work out and then they weigh 138 after they work out, they're gonna wanna consume 4 to 6 cups of water. So, now it's time for activity. So, I passed along some little cards, and you either have a couch potato or a fitness instructor. So the couch potatoes are gonna stay seated, and the fitness instructors are going to, raise your hand if you're a fitness instructor, if you got it. Okay, you're gonna find a couch potato. You can just kind of move over to a couch potato if you want to. And I'm gonna give you 2 separate problems to determine how much water these 2 athletes are gonna need. So, everybody have a partner? So I'm gonna write this on the board. We want 2 to 3 cups per 1 pound. Okay, so since I don't have it up on the board, y'all just listen closely, okay? Okay, I'll read it and then I'll just kind of simplify the equation or the problem. So this one says, Buddy's a 16-year-old male who practices football in 90-degree weather. Before practice, Buddy weighed 170 pounds. After practice, Buddy weighed 165 pounds. Calculate his hydration needs after his workout. And remember, 2 to 3 cups per pound loss. So at the beginning, he weighed 170, and then 165. So you can just figure it out, and then just look up to me and give me a thumbs up once you're done.
You smile. You smile. You're a gentleman and a smile. You also smile.
Everybody good? Yes. Still working? No. Okay, raise your hand if you're confident in your answer. Okay, Dante, what did you get?
10 to 15.
Correct. And how did you get that?
7 minus 65 is 5. 5 times 2 is 10, and then the 2 to 3 times that.
Perfect. Okay, we have one more problem that's similar. Okay, Gina is a 32-year-old fitness instructor. She records her weight before her class to be 153 pounds. After her class, Gina weighs 150. How much water should Gina consume? So she started at 153 and she went to 150, so a difference of 3 pounds.
69 cups.
Correct. All right. So now just to recap, I need somebody to give me, raise your hand, I'll call on individual. Give me 3 functions of water. Yes.
Temperature regulation.
Uh-huh. Anybody else? Uh-huh. And one more. Anybody? Yeah. What?
Helps you not die.
Okay. Yeah, okay, that counts. 65. Okay, and then what was the baseline water need? So if you're not working out, so forget the 2.3 cups per pound. If you're just a sedentary person, how much water do you need per day? This one was kind of in the beginning. How much? 80, yeah. So it'd be 10 to 13 cups. So on the low end, 80 ounces. And last one, I want 3 signs of dehydration. So somebody have 1. Lack of energy. Dark pee. And what? Dry skin. Awesome. All right, that concludes my presentation.